Good morning. We are very honored to have the opportunity to open this conference organized jointly by the Romanian Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Center for Security Cooperation, RACVIAC, in the presence of the Romanian Foreign Minister, Mr. Bogdan Aurescu. Mr. Minister, you have the floor.
Thank you so much, Ambassador Constantinescu. Dear colleagues, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, let me start by welcoming you today to Bucharest. As you have seen, we have arranged the perfect weather for this conference, allowing in-depth work on the substance of the concept of energy security in the region. And at the same time, I think this conference shows that we have the vision here in the region and principles and ideas that we are able to build upon, and they are deriving from all member states of the Regional Arms Control Verification and Implementation Assistance Center, also called as RACVIAC. Therefore, we salute the inclusion of energy security as a topic of RACVIAC's agenda, and we hope that this new area of reflection will bring very concrete and beneficial results for our countries and the whole region. This conference is also an excellent occasion to focus on the challenges, on the risks, and on the threats to energy security, and allows us to commonly assess issues related to critical energy infrastructure and the protection of this infrastructure. In fact, the exchange of ideas among the countries in the region is a useful exercise for better understanding the engagements of key energy players in the region with regard to the future framework of energy security in the wider European landscape. During the past years, we have seen significant negative developments, such as the financial crisis and the economic instability, energy supply disruptions derived from political turmoil and armed conflicts, not only in the Middle East and North Africa, but also in our neighborhood in Ukraine, notably. The recent events in our eastern neighborhood have proved once more that access to energy is not just an economic issue, but also a security one. On the other hand, we have to consider opportunities from the use of innovative technologies and new discoveries in the unconventional energy field. Energy revolutions are indeed possible, and we have seen once traditional importers transformed into possible exporters, thus shifting market trends. We believe that the new programmatic documents adopted by the European Commission, such as the Energy Union package, correctly take into consideration the present state of play, and it promotes at the same time ambitious projects for member states and their partners alike. Romania supports the implementation of an energy union in Europe, a concept that promotes solidarity among the EU member states, but also competitiveness and predictability on the market. An effective European energy union would also allow enhanced cooperation and coordination in developing common action plans which target all relevant energy security-related vulnerabilities and opportunities, and I will put the stress on opportunities. Our region needs to adapt to these fast-track changes by finding common approaches, and what this conference could provide is a much-needed dialogue platform. We also need to encourage convergent projects with the energy community as a means to strengthening the energy security in Europe. The recently finalized gas interconnector between Romania and Republic of Moldova is, I think, an example that will offer to Chișinău an alternative of supply and a chance to develop its internal gas market, and we are very much committed to continue this project in order to complete it. The project also bears a strong symbolic meaning, and starting with the 4th of March, for the first time the gas has flown from west to east. Ladies and gentlemen, despite certain concrete steps in moving towards a safer and secure energy market, increased dependency still generates impediments in the regional energy landscape. We believe that Southeast European countries should continue to promote the regional interconnection of energy systems, but also to enhance efforts for the identification and accessing of new supply sources and transport routes. Our attention should be targeted towards the development of all accessible internal energy sources, promotion of efficiency policies for reducing consumption losses, and increasing cooperation between producer, transit, and consumer countries. We should also focus on building a predictable regional energy flow. While looking ahead, we must also make better use of renewable resources. Romania will always be open to support energy initiatives able to ensure adequate and consistent diversification, both on a north-south but also on east-west corridors. Current projects such as the interconnectors between Romania and Bulgaria, Romania and Hungary, and Romania and Republic of Moldova stand proof on this. We support the development of the Southern Corridor, an initiative that might decisively contribute to the energy security of the countries in the Western Balkans and Southeast Europe. In this context, we welcome the step forward towards its completion, as the construction of the Trans-Anatolian pipeline began earlier this month. On a medium and long term, the Black Sea new discovered gas potential could also offer the perspective of becoming another source of supply for the regional market. New interconnections will be needed for increasing energy security and affordability of those resources. Moreover, access to global LNG flows will also come in the advantage of the gas market in the region. Dear guests, dear ambassadors, we look forward to working with interested countries in developing specific projects able to foster synergies and linking NATO's instruments with the cooperation initiatives in the Black Sea region as well as in the Balkans. And this is about new opportunities, shared economic projects that bring together both EU and NATO member states with partner countries. Close cooperation is a defining feature of NATO's way of doing business. And that is why Romania is confident that the NATO cooperation model can bring a valuable contribution to maximizing the potential of international cooperation in the field of energy security. Romania, as a NATO member state, is a constant supporter of those countries engaged on the path of Euro-Atlantic integration. And we support those initiatives in the field of regional security cooperation promoted and implemented by RACVIAC, the Center for Security Cooperation. Romania, in its capacity as a full member of RACVIAC, is very alert in the activities of this regional organization. Our constant aim is to increase and diversify in the future the participation in all essential RACVIAC projects, including through the identification of Romanian experts capable to add value, substantial value, to RACVIAC activities. We consider that without losing focus on its traditional role in security matters, RACVIAC should be open in the framework of the international and regional cooperation pillar to address new topics, new issues of paramount importance for the stability in the region. One of these imperative topics, the energy security, is the subject of this current event organized by RACVIAC in partnership with the Romanian Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And we are more than interested towards contributing in setting the first brick in this important new regional coordination platform. So I take this opportunity to convey to all of you a message of confidence in the perspectives of today's event. We are aware that we have a number of challenges ahead of us, but I have the strong belief that through dialogue, and I stress again the word dialogue, and concerted efforts, we'll make important steps towards enhancing energy security in our region. Thank you for your attention, and I wish you best of success in the unfolding of this event. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister, for this very interesting and really forward-looking ideas that will be certainly on the agenda of our debates today. Now I invite Ambassador Branimir Mandic, the director of RACVIAC, to say welcoming remark.
Thank you. And good morning. And first of all, I didn't have in my speech because I didn't know that the minister will come. So it's my great pleasure to greet you here in this morning. And thank you very much for your time. And as you said, energy security is a very important project for the region and for the RACVIAC itself. And this is the first, I hope, of the serial of the conference that we'll organize together with the Romanian Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And I can say that this is a very successful beginning of this project, which will last for sure for a couple of years. Then it's my great pleasure to welcome all of you on behalf of RACVIAC and my own behalf. And first of all, I would like to thank once again to our host, the Romanian Ministry of Foreign Affairs, for its hospitality and for all technical support that they have provided in order to enable a successful execution of this event. Special thanks go to Ambassador Constantinescu, who generated and supported the idea from the very beginning, and his personal support in organizing this event in particular. Let me also express my appreciations to all speakers, and last but not least, I would like to warmly welcome the participants from the RACVIAC member countries. As you all know, RACVIAC mission is to foster dialogue and cooperation on security matters in the southeastern Europe through a partnership between the countries of the region and their international partners. We are all aware of the fact that energy plays an important role in the national security and in any given country. We are also aware that the threats to energy security include political and economic instability and consequently prevent the proper functioning of the state. Uninterrupted availability of energy sources and affordable prices is of fundamental importance to every state economy and its citizens. And you as experts in the field of energy security recognize these statements as a definition of energy security itself. In the world of increasing interdependence, energy security depends much on how countries manage their relations with one another, whether bilaterally or within multilateral frameworks. Currently, all of our nation's energy consumption depends on the foreign sources, and last year we all recognized not only regional but also the continent's vulnerability to external energy dependency. Some countries in the southeastern Europe have limited hydro potentials, but large biomass, wind and solar potentials, and vice versa, as well as agricultural resources for producing biofuels. But countries may also still find opportunities for expansions of the hydro potentials if they cooperate with the neighboring countries. Thanks to our geographical locations, we have a great potential for renewable energy, which according to some studies can cover almost a half of all primary energy needs of our countries. However, the administrative and economic barriers and institutional complexities in some of our countries and the regulatory environment that is disadvantageous to the market access of foreign investors will still be an obstacle to significantly expand non-hydro technologies. Events such as this one are a good opportunity for promoting a transparent dialogue about the various aspects of the regional energy security based on the common strategic vision, the needs and potentials of the region. Having in mind the goal of enhancing cooperation on security in the southeastern Europe, within the regional and broader international framework and the ways of contributing to the advancements of the countries in the region on their path towards to EU and Euro-Atlantic integrations. RACVIAC will continue to serve as a platform for policymakers, experts and analysts to identify and discuss solutions and exchange the best practices on the issue related to the energy security. Dear ladies and gentlemen, I wish you a successful work today and pleasant stay in Bucharest. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Ambassador Mandic. Thank you for your kind words addressed to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Romania. We really appreciate the encouragement and the support the Minister is giving to developing this dimension of economic economic diplomacy in our ministry, especially on developing this dimension of energy security diplomacy. And from this perspective, we also like to appreciate the encouragement coming from European Commission, also from NATO representatives for developing this dimension in our activity. I would like to invite the representative of the Commission to say a few words, a welcoming remark to the participants. She will be invited to speak and make a broader presentation in the first session of our conference. Please, Monica Zigri.
Thank you. Good morning, Your Excellencies, dear ambassadors, dear ladies and gentlemen. I'm very glad to be here in Bucharest. This is my second time, so now I also had the time to visit a bit the city. Energy security has been high on the agenda for several years now in the EU, not without reason. So the topic of this conference is always, as always, is quite timely. Energy security is one of the main objectives of EU energy policy, one of the three, next to competitiveness and sustainability. And also within the EU new energy union package, it's one of the 5 dimensions. And as already Minister Aurescu already mentioned, it cannot be looked at in an isolated way. It is in connection with many other aspects, be it sustainability, renewable production, energy efficiency, the completion of the internal market. So I'm very sure that this conference will add some new thoughts to everybody, and then everybody will be able to take something home. I'm sure I will be taking some new thoughts home, and I wish a successful conference today.
Thank you for your remarks, and I'm inviting now Mr. Michael Ruhr, the head of Energy Security Section to NATO, to make also a few introductory remarks. He will also speak in the second session on energy strategic issues in the regional security framework.
Thank you, Mr. Minister, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to thank RACVIAC for its invitation. And I would also like to thank Romania, both for hosting this event today, but also for having put energy security on the agenda. Indeed, energy security is essential for the well-being of all of our nations, whether we are energy producers, consumers, transit countries. We all have a vested interest in ensuring that energy gets to where it is needed, when it is needed, and at an affordable price. Now, NATO is not an energy institution, but we are a security institution. And since energy and security are inextricably linked, we need to examine what specific role or roles NATO could play in advancing energy security, not just for its allies, but also for its partner countries. And I'm convinced that today's meeting will offer many interesting perspectives that will help us to better define our own role in energy security, but in particular, it will offer us what I hope to be valuable insights as to how we can help support regional cooperation. What better place to examine it than in this particular framework of RACVIAC. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for these remarks, and before concluding, I would like to thank again our Minister for the participation to the opening of this conference, and to take the opportunity to thank him on behalf of my colleagues in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs for being one of the champions in encouraging the development of this strategic dimension of our activity, energy security, also in encouraging us to work together with other ministries in the Romanian government for developing such a dimension. I think this could be also an example of institutional framework for responding in an efficient manner to the new developments in energy security at the level of the European Union and also within the debates of the Euro-Atlantic community on profiling a higher role for energy security, also in strengthening security at large. Now, allow me to invite the RACVIAC delegates to take a picture with the minister here in front. Yes, you want to make a organizational remark? Okay.
It's actually not. It's a question of our traditional hospitality and a small presence for our key persons here on the table. So before the family photo, then the family photo, and then we can start with the real work. So first I will have a great pleasure to give one small present to the minister, who find the time, especially in this rainy traffic jam in Bucharest, which is sometimes a strong effort to reach this hotel from your ministry. And please.
We have a story with...
So, Ambassador, I know that usually this is always a good present for you because it could be useful. Thank you very much. And if you have the place, if you have a place on the table, we want to see. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.